The third example is from French. The form of word pensif means thoughtful. It is an adjective. Prefix "-fens" constitute meaningful unit. The suffix "f" can be recognized as a meaningful element by itself. What is more important is Saussure's demonstration of how he believes the human minds operate, namely not by combining prefix "os" and suffix "eur" in order to form a "sur" by the following manner. It is the creation of the new word "osser." In this format, grammatical, significant, pertaining to a system of signs, synchronic of the fact. He recognized the existence of grammar only on the horizontal line of synchrony, because the system of signs, meaningful arrangement of linguistics elements, can only be detected within the language state, and it is stated a while ago in the video. Therefore, Saussure proposed that everything which makes up language states is based on the theory of syntagms and the theory of associations. In he envisaged is to include syntax, which requires the coexistence of the two units, since the theory of the syntagms actually begins with a group of two elements distributed in space. Gödel has recently pointed out that the concept of term syntagms are not the result of Saussure's reflection on the syntax, but on the question of which feature makes language a system. This would explain Saussure's emphasis on the solidarity both of syntagmatic associative relations, which together account for the mechanism of speech. Post-Saussurean development of nature of the language as a system of relations has four models. First, the language as an arbitrary system of signs and signifiers. Second, language is a system of differences. Third, language is a social fact. Fourth, language speaks us. It is an arbitrary system. Saussure linguistic system sees a language as a system of signs, like for example, cow and the picture. Signs are made of signifiers and signifieds. The signifier, word, sound, written, shape. The signified, the concept or thing. Important, there is no necessary or absolute reason why one signifier linked to any one signified. It is, in a sense, arbitrary. This is not say that the language has no meaning, but to note the sign is not anyway natural. We all agreed, all in the English speakers decided that the signified concept cow was linked to the signifier moo bog. Then, where is the reason why this could be so? Language as a system of differences. The most revolutionary element in Saussure's position was his insistence that language is not a nomenclature, a way of naming things that already exist, but a system of differences with no positive terms. In other words, signs have meanings, not from their absolute attachment to real entities, objects, but from their difference to other signs and other meanings. In other words, language does not innocently describe reality. It mediates our experience of reality. Example number 1, in the problem of translation. We all know that translation is a problematic thing. The problem is the word in English does not find their exact equivalent in other languages. If we think that language innocently describes reality, then we have an argument about which language got it right in some absolute way. If we think of language as a system of differences, then we have to realize the important point that it is these two languages literally divide up reality differently. Different differences matter differently. Language as a social fact. Only a social group can generate signs. Noises which have no meaning may be purely individual. But meaning, intelligibility cannot by definition be produced in isolation. And this suggests that while the individual signs is arbitrary, there is an important sense in which the signifying system as a whole is not. Meaning is public and conventional, the result not of individual intention but of inter-individual intelligibility. In other words, meaning is socially constructed. At this point, the signifying system includes not just word but also other communal agreed upon differences signified in images, symbols, metaphors, etc. Example of Lacan's law of unitary segregation. Ladies, gentlemen, we all recognize these as adore signs and can easily read symbol, and it signifies the gender and sex in order to communicate to the others who can legitimately enter, while the signifiers ladies and gentlemen express the world as a binary option, but their signifieds are forced to incorporate a significant amount of difference. Language speaks us. Under Lacan's law of unitary segregation, these door signs were there long before you were born, and it is written there, the differences of ladies and gentlemen. Assuming an identity means submitting to the system of differences and utilizing them to describe yourself. To end my report, I got this quote from Ferdinand de Saussure course in General Linguistics 1916. A language is a system in which all the elements fit together, in which the value of any one element depends on the simultaneous coexistence of all the others. Thank you for listening and keep safe.